The jaguar is the apex predator of the Amazon jungle biome, and it has been dominant over the South American server for the last 50,000 years. It's widely believed that the jaguar is by far the most powerful cat build in the game, even though these cats have a lower base stat total than both the lion and the tiger. So, what makes it so dominant in the current meta? Let's find out in today's video. To understand the jaguar build, we need to take a look at the South American server itself. The area that the jaguars inhabit is the lush Amazon rainforest, home to some of the most unique arboreal and terrestrial builds in the game. The terrain is quite hard to traverse for even the most skillful players, being a mix of meandering rivers, swamps, and lush trees that can be up to 50 meters tall. Considering the meta, it's obvious that for a cat to be viable, it has to spec into a high mobility stat and a certain set of skills that allow for unique travel and PvP options. Luckily, that's what the Jaguar mains have done in optimizing their build. If you take a look at the Jaguar's stats, you'll notice that they have spec'd most of their evolution points into the mobility, stealth, and power stat. The Jaguar has spec'd into rosetted fur that negates the prey's keen eye ability, which makes them near impossible to spot if they activate their PvP mode. This, coupled with the fact that they hunt by going into the blind spots of other players and sticking close to the ground before pouncing, makes them a seriously stealthy build. If that wasn't enough, they have their own special ability, the Predator Eye, which negates almost all vision-based stealth buffs that the other players may have activated. This ability also grants them night vision, and they can see 6 times better than human mains in the dark. If you thought that was ban-worthy, they also have the hidden ability Strong Jaw, which causes their bite moves to crit more often, which means that a critical hit from a jaguar could pierce through the armor of heavily defensive players such as the thick skull of the caiman and the shell of a turtle. This has allowed the jaguar to prey upon the defense-heavy mains of the server, which can be vital when there are no other sources of XP nearby. Because of the uneven terrain of the Amazon server, the jaguars have had to sacrifice their size in favor of a smaller, more nimble build that can traverse well in the arboreal, aquatic, and terrestrial zones. But this has kind of been a blessing in disguise for the Jaguar mains. They spec'd a lot of points into their power stat, which has now unlocked the muscle-bound hidden ability. The Jaguar is incredibly strong for its size, and it's pound for pound the strongest big cat in the entire meta right now. This added muscle mass makes it easy for the jaguars to swim, climb, and run at great speeds, which has helped significantly with the XP grind quests in the game. So, we have ourselves a versatile build that boasts dominance up in the trees, deep underwater, and on the land as well. But this is not actually the strongest jaguar build that we've ever seen. The Jaguar build was at its peak during the Holocene expansion, when there was an abundance of prey like the giant ground sloth, which was the best PvP matchup for the Jaguar mains back then. The average Jaguar build from the Holocene was around 400 pounds, which is almost twice the size of the Jaguar builds today. With the ban of the bigger prey builds after the Holocene, the Jaguars had to settle for less viable XP options, which led to the player base moving to the jungle biomes and adapting a smaller, stockier build. In the rich lore of the South American player tribes, these feline predators are far from mere NPCs. In fact, in the myth and legend sections of the game, Jaguars take on a role of a legendary boss. They're often cast as apex deities embodying power and strength. In many jungle-themed quests, jaguars serve as the ultimate challenge for human mains seeking to prove their worth. These myths and tales often depict jaguars as protectors of the rainforest, guardians of the wild, cementing their place not just as elite predators but as legendary figures in the game's folklore. These days, however, the jaguars have mostly been pushed back by human mains undergoing the deforestation missions, which has led to a loss of server space for the cats, and are hence slowly becoming less and less viable as the time goes on. Despite these challenges, Jaguars remain a symbol of resilience and adaptability in the ever-evolving meta. So, in the jungle meta, where the rules are tough and only the strongest builds survive, the Jaguar stands as a true S-tier build. With their unique skill set, adaptability, and power, Jaguars are the true kings of the jungle, showing that size isn't everything when it comes to dominance in the game. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please drop a like and subscribe to the channel for more. Thank you.